Super casual today here at Y100. Matt Castillo, welcome. You have made it, my friend. Welcome to Texas Made.
I finally made it.
In the house. You're in San Antonio tonight. Where did you drive up from?
Edinburgh, Texas, McAllen, down in the Rio Grande Valley.
How long did that take?
3 hours and 41 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Not bad.
I used to make that trip every single weekend when I was living down there, and we would go on tour.
Yeah.
Or we'd go on the road for every weekend. It would be like 3 hours before you hit the next big city.
How long does it take you to get to SPI?
From Edinburgh or McAllen, about an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's a good, destination, vacation place. We've had some fun times down there in South Padre with Randy and
Nice.
Randy Rogers and Randall King, and played there plenty of times. But the beach is a pretty cool little spot.
Been a good summer so far for you?
It's been a great summer. Even though it's been crazy hot, it's all makes it worth it for me. We just got back from a 3-week run. We went to Nebraska, Oklahoma, Kansas, Key West, Destin.
Oh yeah, I saw the Key West stuff.
Yeah,
that was probably
the Texas
real
takeover.
Good. Yeah.
So with my current single Go Getter, I just said, well, let's go call it the Go Getter Tour.
Yeah.
And so we've been hitting different cities, headlining majority of them, which is great. Getting our feet wet, kind of really growing the little footprint, as we call it, with the country scene. So it's been a great response, and I don't mind not being home at all.
Okay,
good. And the reason why is because you get to see the world. You get to go see the USA. Like, it's great. Never been to. My second time in Key West, but there's other places like Tucson. Never been to Tucson. Got to go play that place. Never been to Phoenix. Got to go and headline in Phoenix. Turned a biker bar into a honky tonk bar.
There you go.
It was the most coolest transformation. They thought that. My guys in the band, they were setting up, and these bikers were like, y'all better be good with all that equipment y'all setting up. And they came back and they told me, I said, well, you boys, if you need to liquor up, get liquored up, because we're going to turn that place into a honky tonk.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, right off that bat. The time we were done with them, they were just like, oh, I get it. So it's been fun.
It's nice how you can change them real quick. They're like, what? And then you're like, you start playing, and they're like, okay.
Exactly, man. Those are the ones where you win them over. Go melt some faces, win somebody over, and that's been the fun part about this Go Getter tour. So, and
nice.
Obviously, Go Getter's doing pretty good too.
Yeah,
so
we've been playing it on Texas Made, man, and very, very honky tonk, but very like Texas and San Antonio vibes, though, with your music just in general. So I think that's why it's a good sound. It's a good fit for San Antonio.
And that's one of the main things we want to go after. And been sitting down there, and this cap right here says it all: South Texas Tonk, and that's kind of what I wanted to bring to the table with my country music, and kind of do it my way, and kind of be unique in my own little music. So. Bringing an accordion and having a touch of flavor is always good.
Little squeeze box in there,
in it. Will I have it forever? I don't know, but in this moment in time, it feels amazing to have it. And so the feedback that I get, it's also been great too. So I love that they love the South Texas in it, and this is South Texas as well. It's considered it. So I love that San Antonio's getting behind it, man. It really makes my heart happy on that.
Talk about Go Getter. We just recorded a little clip from that, and we've been playing it on the show. But talk about that song specifically.
Yeah, Go Getter. So I got to write that song with Ryan Tyndall and Jeff Hyde, and both of them have some major cuts on Eric Church, and Jeff Hyde plays guitar for Eric Church and stuff. And so these guys are some amazing songwriters. And so I went up to Nashville to go write that song, and Ryan Tyndall had the hook, and I was like, God, that's a good hook, And so we just started playing, and I don't let the grass grow underneath the boots on my feet. I'm like, I like that already. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, what line can I throw in? Well, okay, it's my turn. These guys are hell of songwriters. So we're going to actually shoot the music video here shortly as well, but it was a fun time writing that song with those hit writers, man. It was good. So finally put it on record was pretty damn good. So.
It made sense when I heard it. I was like, yep. Because you know how guys overlook things sometimes? And we're just 100%. Like, we probably should have done that.
Well, if I would have just go back, I probably would have had her still if I would have done X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, X, Y, and Z.
And then the other funny thing that came out of Go Getter was, I don't know, management was like, Matt, you need to be unstarched. Because you're always starched up. I said, all right, I get it. So, well, what does this mean? Like, do you have a hobby? And I was like, shoot, I don't have a hobby. Yeah. Like, what in the hell?
You're like, I
just wake up and rest, and then it hit me. A friend of mine told me, she goes, well, if you're such a go-getter, then why don't you have a hobby?
Yeah.
And I was like, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go try some hobbies.
Okay.
And rank them, and if I would do it again. And so
what'd you land on?
So we're still planning that out.
Okay.
But I think the first, I can't give too much away, but I think the first place we're going to go to is Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
I think we can find a hobby in Hobby Lobby.
Well, you got pumpkin stuff everywhere right now.
And then maybe go rock climbing.
Okay.
And then go try something else out. Maybe do friendship bracelets. Maybe I'll do one with you or something. We'll figure this out. I don't know.
Nice.
But you got to create a hobby and be like, would I do that again? I don't know. But it's a fun way to play off a go-getter. So.
Okay. I like it. I like it. We'll be looking forward to seeing more music video and like
I
content
hope
from
so.
that.
It'd be great. Like go and call in like, hey, is this Hobby Lobby? I'm looking for a hobby.
Yeah.
You know,
Why not?
So it's pretty cool though.
We'll talk a little bit about how you got into music, man, for folks that are not familiar with you and your music. Talk about how you got started.
Yeah, man. So my mom loved country music, and I was born in Austin, and I was raised down in the Rio Grande Valley, but my mom was a big influence on how much I love country music. And so she loved Garth Brooks, George Strait, Reba, you know, all the stuff in the 90s. And I would try to impress my mom as soon as I learned how to read or read, you know. She would be like, I wanted to impress her by learning these songs, and I did. I memorized them. And so every time I saw her, I just wanted to impress her. And so it kind of started being that way. And I didn't pick up guitar, so I was a sophomore in high school, and I played all my favorite country covers and never thought I'd ever start a band. You know, being from a Hispanic family, education first. You know, go get an education. Playing guitar is fun. It's a hobby, but don't make it a real deal.
Yeah.
So as the years went on and I started playing more songs, I got kicked out of college and I had to go to Austin. And so I didn't tell my family. I just told them I just wanted to move up to Austin. They didn't know why, but I got a letter in the mail and said, you're done. I was like, dang it. So I moved up to Austin. I found the Texas country scene.
Okay.
And, you know, fell in love with Randy Rogers, and you know, they had radio stuff out there, and he was just like somebody I looked up to, and still to this day, you know, learned all his songs, and I always imagined that if he ever lost his voice, I would come in and save the show, you know.
There you
like,
go.
I know all the songs, you know, but never gonna happen. But I started learning Texas country songs, and so a friend of mine, he was a songwriter, so he and we got together. And we started doing open mics in Austin. We'd go like the Nutty Brown Cafe and other places, and we would just play covers until we could start learning to write songs. And so it just kind of just cultivated in that. It kind of kept going. We finally had our first supporting slot for this local band in Austin. And once he and I got off stage, it just hit me like, I think this is something I really want to do. Like, this is something I'm more serious.
Felt right.
Feeling, everything. I was nervous, had cotton mouth, everything. But when I was done, it felt so good. And so then I started writing songs. I didn't know how to start. Just hopefully it made sense.
Yeah.
First song I ever wrote was I'm Too Drunk Anyway. And the second one was Dance All Night. And it just kind of grew. And I knew that my timing was right because I was more mature than when I you know, if I'd started early. Later in life, I got real mature and I had my goals and had it all planned out, had it all laid out. And now here we are, you know, 9 years later, trying to figure it out still, but
living the dream though.
Living the dream and looking at things.
Getting to see the country too.
Yeah, you know, get a different perspective on it. But that's how I got started and cut my teeth in honky tonks and know how to keep the people dancing and how to pull an audible. You know? And so if people are not dancing, you got to pull something out of your catalog and do that when you're, you know, a bar band. But lately it's been a wonderful challenge to play my music and win people over with what the song, you know, content is or the substance or what the song is supposed to be.
Not just the songs that everybody knows. Like that's like a layup, but you're shooting from three though.
Yeah, you know, and
you're like, hey, check out my stuff.
And there's some more credibility behind me now that I had a few number ones in Texas, and that's very helpful. But it still doesn't stop the fact that you have to go write great songs. And so being a bar band is great, you know, and I used to lie to the people, and I used to say, oh, this is, before I played my song, I'd say, oh, this is an old Pat Green song. Let's see if you can remember this one. And I'd play my song. Yeah. And people would think that that's a Pat Green song.
That's a nice strategy.
That's one. And after I was done, I'd be like, I'm lying. It's actually my song. And there was one time I was like, if you can figure out this George Strait song, I would buy you a shot. Yeah. And it was one of mine. And they couldn't put their finger on it. I know, and they're Shazamming it. They're putting their phone.
They're listening though too,
listening,
and then
and they have their phone out.
Got their attention.
And they're trying to Shazam it, and they can't figure it out. And they're like, and so he's what George Strait song was that? I said, well, did you like it? He goes, yeah, I never heard of it before. I go, sorry, man, it's actually mine. Yeah, hadn't made the record yet, but we love playing it live. And so it just kind of gets them cracking up about it. Has something to at least talk about. But yeah, I'm getting all my secrets away. But
nice.
But it's all good.
Yeah.
I like it a lot, though.
Well, dude, it's been a big year for you already. We saw you at a T3R in Arlington earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And we were very impressed. And you beat Beckman for new male artist. And we were like, whoa. Because, like, we're kind of like at the Beckman table. You know?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, my goodness.
A true story. So I was presenting it for the new female vocalist of the year. And when I saw who I was up against, I was like, there's no way I'm going to win this. So I was like, let me just do this. You can get off the stage. And I'm walking off, and they're naming everybody. Scotty Alexander, you know, Matt Castillo, William Beckman. I was like, this guy's got it. I'm done. Like, I start walking downstairs, and the winner is Matt Castillo. And they're like, dude, just quit walking. Get over here. And I was like, what? Huh? What is it? What's going on? Like, did I really? What? And dude, I was in shock. And then Beckman, we ended up opening up for Beckman like 2 weeks later at a show in Cheatham Street. But he's so awesome. I was up in Nashville last week, and he was up there too. Yeah. We got to hang out. He's such a cool guy. But yeah, even I was surprised because he has an amazing voice, just so different. And I think that's the cool thing about finding yourself is finding your lane, finding your voice and your songs, and sticking with it. I think that's what makes an artist so different, and Beckman is definitely one of those guys. So it was cool, but it's been a wonderful year. Ever since we won that award, things been kind of picking up, but it's that go-getter vibe, you know, that
that's
drive,
the mentality right now.
Exactly. So
let's go.
If you're gonna go for something, go 100%. Don't stop. So, but again, getting your attention and everybody's support in San Antonio has been a blessing to me. And I don't take it for granted. It's a place I want to be.
Well,
and
keep
and
going,
cut our
man.
teeth. Yeah.
Texas United, you know.
Yeah.
So
it's been great, man.
it's like us against the world at this point.
It really is. Country music, you know. No, but yeah, everybody's doing their thing, and I love it. And very supportive of other artists coming up in the scene, and there's a lot of them have had questions, and even I still have questions for the bigger dogs.
Yeah.
And these guys ask around, and I'm just like, dude, just don't stop.
There's a lot of mentorship going on, like just kind of with everybody though. Like the OGs are not afraid to throw the new guys like a bone, kind of, you know, and help them out.
Yeah, you know, that's been awesome to experience, honestly. And sometimes a lot of guys get their big break by having the OGs, you know, open the door for them. Yeah. And that when you have that opportunity, man, you strike when the iron is hot, man. Yeah. Take it. And so, you know, Randy's been one of those guys for me, like he has been for Beckman and Parker. And so my goal is to headline as many shows as I can and increase ticket sales and put more music out, continue to put music out, you know. And so I hope they all come together. That nice mixture comes out with a wonderful artist that people want to come and see. So
just get in front of people, man.
Hopefully hopefully people will dig this new Christmas song.
Yeah.
You know? So hopefully
that's
they'll
cool.
dig that. Yeah, that's
cool.
breaking news. So
okay, so Christmas song coming out soon-ish.
Soonish.
Okay.
We're a few months away. You know, like I don't put up my Christmas tree till after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So we're gonna drop this song maybe a little after Thanksgiving. Like December 1st or right at the end of November.
We'll be looking forward, and we might feature some Christmas stuff on Texas Made.
That'd be awesome.
We were talking about it a moment ago.
That's right. Yeah, and I'm excited for that. It was my first one, and I wrote it with a good buddy of mine, Jason Allen.
Okay.
And so it's been fun to write something new like that.
Yeah.
And right
we don't know the title yet. We're not going to let the title out of the bag.
We don't let the title out of the bag. But it's
a
honky
Christmas
tonk
song from Matt Castillo coming out for sure.
It's honky tonk, guys. Trust me. You know, it has that South Texas tonk, and I think you're going to love.
Okay.
But then we're getting ready for the new year. For 24, we have new music coming out. You know, we're going to drop another brand new single out January 24th. Then we're getting up for the big album release in summer of 2024.
Very nice.
Got everything in the works, and then we're back to writing again for the new project.
Okay.
And
is this all recorded in Nashville and stuff
this
too?
This is all recorded, yeah. This is all recorded up in Nashville, and so I still write down here, and there's times I can, but lately I've been finding a really good niche up there.
Good.
And staying up there and being seen. So
spend the money, go to Nashville, get your stuff sounding A1.
It's exactly, you're right.
Yeah.
And so new music, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while since my last record, The River Continues, the EP, and which we had a #1 off of that for Corazon, but you guys played the
that was the first one we started playing. So yeah, good.
But it's been a fun ride so far, and it's going to get even more exciting in 24.
Good.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, let's wrap up this episode with something we do every time on Texas Made for folks that have not been on the show yet. It's called "That's What I Like About Texas."
Okay.
The top 3 things that you like about Texas, the Matt Castillo edition, right here.
Oh man, I love Big Red.
Okay.
I love my Delia's tamales in South Texas. I think there's some in San Antonio.
I've sent those to my family.
Yes, they are so good.
Does not live in Texas anymore. They're
the
Texans, just to be clear, but yeah, we'll mail them.
That's the best part.
Ship them.
And they know how to ship it.
Yeah.
To it's
I don't have
fresh.
to worry about that.
Yeah.
It's expensive a
so
little bit.
that's 2. And 3, what I love about Texas. Gosh, the 3rd one would have to be my South Texas Mexican food. I'm a foodie, by the way. Like I love.
That was all food related.
Yeah. I'm a foodie.
You were the first person to like hit 3 food things on that.
You take me anywhere, and we will like dissect the food and rank it and all that good
Break
stuff.
it down.
But that's what I love. I love to cook. But if I'm in Texas, like I'll drink my Big Red. I love my Delia's in the holidays, and I love my South Texas Mexican food. It's the best.
There you go.
So that's my top 3.
Nice. Very good. Matt Castillo, Texas Made.
Thank you,
Thanks
man.
for coming by
Great to
Y100,
see you,
man.
brother. Thank you, brother.